My friend and client, Perry Marshall, sometimes talks about selling philosophy versus selling crack. And in the context of teaching people marketing and business skills, it's super easy to sell people crack. Like, here's the latest conversion hack. Here's, one easy trick to get more clients, booking time on your schedule, like all of that, because we want that instant gratification. It juices up our dopamine system. It gives us whatever excited desire to pursue things, including spending money to get them, right? It gives us all of that. And so as buyers, we're naturally attracted to that crack, right? But most often the people, at the Titans, the direct response event, many of the best marketers in the world were presenting as well as filling the audience. And I was blown away by how much of the content on the stage was just pure philosophy of marketing, right? Like, how do you think about marketing in order to achieve the most success? How do you think about business in order to achieve the most success? What are the deep core topics that are maybe not that crack cocaine, that exciting stuff that juices the dopamine system, but that matter in the end? And I find that the more success that someone has had, the more they realize that it's that philosophy stuff that doesn't juice your dopamine system that really is the important stuff. So today's episode, I don't know how many people are even listening at this point. I don't know how many people are going to want to pay attention to this, but I'm going to talk about customer journey maps, funnel design, and conversion optimization, and how all of that contributes to maximizing your success in marketing, your leads, customer sales, profits for your business. And this is the stuff, as a fractional CMO and copy chief for direct response businesses, this is the stuff we cover first before we get into all the tactical stuff, because this is the stuff that lays the groundwork for all of your success going forward. So let's dive into the notes here. Like I said, we're talking about customer journey maps, funnel design, and conversion optimization. And at one point, as I was coming up with titles for this, I talked about UX design, user experience design. And there's two types of user experience and funnel designs. When I say design, probably the first place your thought goes is to the superficial design, like what visibly is on the page. And that's super important. So a really simple trick if you want to increase conversion rates on a website, and usually it's not like a huge increase, but it will consistently increase the conversion rate, is to have your call to action specifically very visible and in a different color from the rest of the page. So for example, for most of my marketing, I have a button green color, and this button green color is the green color that all of my buttons are for calls to action. Well, it's not a green that I use anywhere else. And in fact, I don't use a lot of green in my design of my marketing. And so when this green shows up on the page, it's very visible, it stands out. And there's also some subconscious stuff that's, green means go, all of that. And it's very tactical, right? This is UX design from the tactical perspective, right? It's important, but it's limited. So, for example, having your call to action be very visible and obvious on the screen, yeah, that's important to increase conversion rates. But if your offer sucks, if your conversion structure sucks, if you're not getting people to the right pages on your website, if that's not working out, it's going to be limited in its ability to help out. What's way more powerful is the structural design of the user experience, the structural design of your funnel. So not just what it looks like visibly on the page, but what all is going on underneath the surface, what pages are people going to first, second, third, all of that. And this becomes way more powerful when it comes to designing your marketing. If you get the structure right, it makes everything that you do on the surface so much more powerful. So if you want to maximize your leads, customers, sales, and profits for your business, you need to define a total conversion process or system. So I've taught this as conversion architecture. I'll include a link in the description to my conversion architecture 101 training that talks about the principles of conversion architecture. But you want to define a total system that is essentially your customer journey map, right? You want to define what your customers experience as they go through your business, as they become a lead, as they make their first purchase and become a customer, as they're presented with more offers down the road. If you have remarketing, it's going to be a part of this. If you have email follow-up campaigns and relationship building, it's all going to be a part of this. If there's a sales process, it's going to be a part of this. So you want to create a total flow. And like this should be visible, right? Like you can draw this. I have a whiteboard behind me that when I work with clients, like that's a way that we do this. You can do it on paper. You should be able to say, first somebody engages here, then they go here, then they go here, then they go here, right? And then we engage them this way, and then they come back in through this channel. And the more that you can create this total flow and have it be visible and obvious, like the more powerful it becomes. And you want to make sure that you include all your media, all your channels. So we're not just talking online funnels, although online funnels can be critically important as part of this, especially the ability to do like a one-click upsell after somebody's purchased one offer, for them to be able to add additional items to their order without re-entering their credit card information, all of that. But really, like in the grand scheme of things, that's way less important than just that sheer decision of, you know, what are we going to present for a second, third? What makes sense from the customer's perspective, right? And so I'm going to ask you, like, can you, for your business or your client businesses, can you create a customer journey map? And this should be the first interaction. Typically that's off your website. So maybe this video actually is your first interaction with me. And more generally, YouTube content is a first interaction with many of my customers, but also I send people who are already on my email list, people who are already leads, and even some of my customers, well, yeah, most of my customers, back to my free content on YouTube. And so my journey map is going to include some of that, right? And so you're going to want to have first interaction through the purchase and beyond the purchase, actually anything on your website, anything off your website, anything that involves like being physically present or engaging in other media, other channels, right? And just, you know, have a big whiteboard. Some businesses have entire rooms where they use whiteboard paint, right? Which is great. I have a very large whiteboard behind me. You can actually use drawing tools on the computer, but at least for a first draft of this, I prefer the tangible experience of writing on a whiteboard or writing on paper and having it be something that I can draw out. It flows out typically a lot better that way. But it's not just about creating that first customer journey map. It's about creating your next customer journey map. This is how you can make more sales with this process. So you create a before and after. So like when I work with clients as a fractional CMO, one of the things that we do is I try to get as accurate of a picture of what their current customer journey is, right? It's a before, right? And then we say, okay, how might we change this strategy? How might we change this approach? What are the different tools that we have at our disposal to engage with customers in different ways? And we lay out what the after is, right? What we would like to build as opposed to what is already there. And so you want to figure out what you currently have, your current assets, right? And figure out what needs to be created. And then a big part of what your marketing team is going to do is you're going to sit down and you're going to create the things that you put into your ideal customer journey map, and you're going to turn those into projects, and you're going to build out that more robust, more sophisticated system through time, right? So if you want to maximize cart value and lifetime value as part of all of this, you want to build customer ascension into the customer journey. So you want to do funnel design, user experience design, increase your conversion, not just to initial sale, but to second sale, third sale, higher dollar amounts. You want to build customer ascension into your customer journey and use funnels where possible, or upsells through different media channels. For example, if somebody's calling in to order, for the rapid ascension of your hottest buyers. Oftentimes what you'll find, and this is a principle behind conversion architecture, is that a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. And that means, if somebody is really interested in, for example, getting into, let's go with copywriting, since so many of my audience are into that. So you may find that some people are only ready to buy a book on how to be successful as a copywriter. But some people are ready to buy a book and a training course. Some people are ready to buy a book and a training course and to sign up for some kind of mentorship program, right? And they'll do it all in one day. And so you want to use funnel technology for the rapid ascension of the hottest buyers, where you can make it appropriate within the context of your offers, right? But then also you want to make relationship building part of your map, because if you're laying this out, there's going to be a big segment of your audience. Typically, it's bigger than the people who will ascend right away, who are going to move a little bit slower through those offers. And so, as long as you're delivering on your promises, that person may buy, a book today, and then a course next month, and then mentorship in 12 months. And if you do a good job with relationship building, then all of that is still going to happen. It just may not happen on day one. So you want to design all of this to increase your conversions for your different levels of offers, both immediately and over the longer term. My call to action for you at the end of this episode is to ask yourself how you can use some of what you've learned. What does it inspire you to go do inside your own marketing or your client marketing? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get more content like this from me. You can subscribe here. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com to get the email episode notifications, plus more exclusive content for email subscribers. I'll include links in the description to the Conversion Architecture 101 marketing course, the BTMS Insider streaming library of copywriting and marketing courses, which is where you get Conversion Architecture 101. You pay one low fee, you get instant streaming access to everything. It's an incredible deal. I've had people tell me just like the amount of training in there that's just on par or better than from so many other copywriters and marketers is just mind-boggling, and the price you get it for is ridiculously affordable for what you're getting. And if you are interested in having me maybe work through some of the stuff with your business, even just seeing if it's a fit, I do offer free intro calls for potential clients for my Fractional CMO and Copy Chief services. That link is in the description as well. I'm Roy Furr, this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets, and I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon. Bye. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.